Welcome to the short demonstration of the Shadowmatch coaching platform. During this demonstration, we will briefly show you the platform structure and we will demonstrate one coaching session between coach and client. The purpose is to give you a glimpse of the dynamic and valuable content of the coaching programs on the platform. The coaching platform offers a coach for coaching programs: career coaching, study method coaching, fulfillment coaching, and personal development program coaching. More detail about the content of these programs is available on the platform. What I would like to do now is share my screen and show you the platform and the functionalities. On the coaching platform, shadowmatchcoaching.com, you will see a Find a Coach section as well as a Become a Coach. Under the Find a Coach section, any client that lands on this page can find a coach. They can scroll through the list of coaches. They can see where the coach is located. They can also follow the coach on the social media handles. And should they want to know more about the coach, they can merely click on the coach and that will open a bio and they can read about that coach. On this platform, there's also a short description of each of the coaching programs. It gives a short description, what the content is all about, as well as a video that the client as well as potential coaches can watch. The coaching engine gives the potential coach information about how the system works, what you as coach get. There are some information webinars that you can view that gives you more information, how the pricing works, and should you decide to sign up, you can merely click on sign up as coach. As a coach, I'm now going to log into the system and show you what I see on my personal coaching portal. On my personal coaching portal, in the left navigation panel, I can invite a new client. I can also manage invitations that I've already sent to my clients, maybe send them a reminder, or if somebody decided not to do the coaching, I can then just delete that invitation. I also have a list of active clients. At the top of my navigation, I see that there's a coach training tab. This gives the coach training material, videos, audio files, as well as books that they can download to read, listen to, and watch to equip themselves for this coaching that they're going to be doing. There's marketing material, brochures, as well as videos that the coach can use to market his or her services to potential clients. If somebody else is interested, I can also refer them so that they also become a coach. And then the last tab to the right is my account tab, where I will update my account. I can update my profile picture, my bio, and I can also upgrade and downgrade the amount of programs or the number of programs that I have active on my coaching portal. So what I will demonstrate now as Coach Lizette is I'm going to demonstrate a very short coaching session and how the process between coach and client works by inviting my client. So I'm going to click on Invite New Client, enter my client's email address, first name, last name. And then Suzanne and I had a brief discussion before I'm now sending her the invite. She would like to do the fulfillment coaching. I'll add a short message as discussed. I'm going to submit, and then I'm going to hand it to my client so that she can show you what she sees on her side.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Conradi. I'm the client. I would now like to share the email I just received from my coach with you. If I share my screen and open up my inbox, you'll see in my inbox, I have the invite with all of the information I need. Now, keep in mind that the coaching programs are based on the Shadowmatch worksheet. It's therefore important that every client should complete the worksheet. And if a client has never completed the worksheet before, the system will automatically send them a link to complete the worksheet in this email. Should the client already have completed the Shadowmatch worksheet in less than 12 months, the system will automatically source their results and make it available to the coach. In my case, I can simply click on Accept Coaching Program. I already have my worksheet completed. If I click on Accept, it takes me to my personal portal. I access my personal portal by completing my password, and it then opens up my coaching program. On the screen, you will see phase 1 is already populated, and it's guiding me to see exactly what I need to do in this phase. If I open up the first section, it's going to show me in this phase, I should, for instance, work through my personal feedback report, as well as create a life strategy based on this report that I'm going to work through. At this stage, I first have a bit of work to do, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen and hand back to my coach.
I would like to now show you what I see on my side after Suzanne has now accepted the invitation. Let's see what I see on my portal and what we need to do. So I'm just going to refresh on my side. So what I see on my side is I see there's one client update, and in my left side, my left navigation panel, I can now see Suzanne Conradie's name. And that means that she has accepted the coaching program. So let's just look at the client updates. There you are. The system says Suzanne Conradie fulfillment. The program has been activated. So great. I can see that she's accepted my invitation. You can also see that there's a coaching requests section. This is where a coach will see any requests that they receive from clients who have visited the shadowmatchcoaching.com homepage and that have decided to engage with one of the coaches on the list. This is where the request will then populate. Let's look at Suzanne's information. I'm going to open the fulfillment coaching. On my side as coach, I see fulfillment coaching for Suzanne Conradie, phase 1 of 8, personal strategy formulation plan of strength. I have the option to do additional reading that will prepare me for this coaching session and upcoming sessions with my client. You will notice that I've got a mind, meet, and move phase. The meet and move phases are not yet active because the system wants me to first work on the mind phase. So let's open the mind phase. The mind phase gives me the information that Suzanne also received and tells me what did she have to do in preparation for our first discussion. So it gives the information that she needs to work on. This is in the gray section where I will see her mind work once she has submitted her mind work. And while she's working on it, I'm going to, in the meantime, schedule a meeting for us to have our first session. So let's decide on a date. We'll give her enough time to do her work. So I'm going to schedule the session for 2 days in advance. We will leave the session from 8 till 9. And now in this field, I can either add a location if we've decided on a specific coffee shop or restaurant, or maybe an office, or I can just add a Zoom link after I've obviously scheduled the Zoom meeting in my Zoom application. I'm going to click on schedule meeting, and then I'm going to hand to my client to show you what happens on her side.
Hi, on my side, I now have received an email inviting me to a meeting with my coach. Let's take a look at this email. In my inbox, I have all of the detail, the time, the place, and a link to accept and action this email. It's going to take me directly to my portal. And on my portal, it's going to open up the detail of the meeting. Let me just refresh. There we go. I can see all of the detail, when it should be, and I have the option to either reschedule or accept this meeting. If I'm happy with the time, I click on accept, and it now gives me the option to link it to my electronic calendar of choice. In my case, I use Google Calendar, so I'm going to choose add to Google Calendar, and it will be in my calendar, ready for me when I need to action the meeting. Thanks, Lizette. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Suzanne. Let's see what happened on my side. So on my side, Suzanne has now obviously accepted the meeting. So let me open her program once again. Now that Suzanne has accepted the meeting invitation, you can see that the meet phase has now activated on my side. So the meeting is on the 23rd of April from 8 till 9. And now in preparation for the meeting, I'm once again going to go through the mind work to make sure that I know what to expect. I can now also see that Suzanne has actually submitted the work that she's done. So I can read through what her thinking was and how she engaged with the work that she had to do. I can then open the meet phase and see, but what does the system suggest I do in preparation for my meeting? What the client should have done, she had to formulate a life strategy. During our meeting, we also have the option to look at the system-generated life strategy for Suzanne. So the system helps us should we get stuck, but also helps us to really make this a very thorough process. The system gives me the life strategy. We can read through this, we can discuss this, and then I can actually email this to my client. Whilst we are in our meeting, we can decide that we want to now activate the move step. The move step is where we will take action. So let's activate the move step and let's read. The move step in each of the coaching phases in all the programs will always be where the client needs to create or craft an action plan. In this case, Suzanne needs to decide on a challenge that she currently faces where she's going to implement her new life strategy that she has formulated. What are the actions that she will take? When is she going to start with this implementation? And what will be the end date? Once we've discussed this, I will capture the information from our discussion, save this, and send these actions or this action plan to my client. We can then, during our discussion, book our next session and continue to the next phase. The continue to the next phase will activate the next phase so that Suzanne, once she has accepted the session, can start with the mind work of the following phase. In any or during any of the discussions with my client, I can make notes. These notes are not visible to Suzanne, but these are things that I would like to remember or refer back to. That was quite important during our discussion. And then at the end of each phase, I have the option to evaluate the performance of my client. How did Suzanne engage with enthusiasm? How did she participate? Did she meet her deadlines? And so forth. So I can rate my client, and I can also make some notes that helps me to understand when I go back to this at a later stage, why have I given a specific rating on one of these above sections? I can then save, and then we can go to the next phase. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is really just a very, very short overview of what one of the phases in the coaching programs will offer the client and the coach. Obviously, in each of the programs, there are many phases, but all the coaching programs work with a mind, meet, and move phase. Work that the client needs to think, ponder on, and do. Then a meeting where we actually discuss the work that the client has done. And then the move phase is where we craft and decide on an action plan. Should you want more information on how the process between coach and client works, feel free to go to shadowmatchcoaching.com and click on Find Out More. Watch webinar 6. That will give you a lot more information. Thank you very much.